Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Gray, and today I'm back with another smartphone camera comparison with the Pixel 6, which I'm using to record right now with its ultra-wide camera on the back of the phone, and comparing that to the brand new Samsung Galaxy S21 FE. Now, as I do in all of these smartphone camera comparisons, everything that you're going to see in this video is recorded on these two devices. So just keep an eye on the bottom of the screen to see which device and which cameras from that device is being used for the photos and videos that you see. Now, before we jump into those side-by-side comparisons, though, let's take a look at the camera specs on these two phones to see how they stack up on paper. Starting things off with the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE, we have a triple camera system on the back of the phone that's comprised of two 12-megapixel cameras for the main and ultra-wide cameras, and then an 8-megapixel 3x telephoto camera. Then up front, we have a camera peeking through the display there. That is an 32 megapixel sensor that's capable of capturing 4K video at up to 60 frames per second, same as the rear cameras on the back of the device. And switching over to the Google Pixel 6, we have a dual camera setup on the back of this device with a 50 megapixel primary sensor and 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Both of those can record at 4K 60 FPS. And then flipping things around to the selfie camera up front, we have an 8 megapixel sensor that's still capped at 1080p 30 FPS, which is a little bit disappointing since the Pixel 6 Pro has an upgraded selfie camera that can record 4K 60 FPS. So now that we have the specifications of both the Pixel 6 and the Galaxy S21 FE all squared away, let's go out and take some side-by-side photo and video comparisons to see how these two devices stack up in everyday use. Let's take a look. This here's a look at video capture from the rear cameras on both of these devices, starting with the ultra-wide camera. You can definitely see how much wider it is on the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE than it is on the Pixel 6. Then moving into the main camera sensor, you get pretty much the same focal length, though the S21 again is a little bit closer here. And then of course you can switch over to the 3x zoom versus the 2x digital crop on the Pixel device. There's a little bit of shakiness on the Samsung device when you are zoomed in that close, but it's definitely a lot better than having a digital crop. This here is to give you another look at video capture from the rear cameras on both of these devices in outdoor conditions, seeing how they handle direct sunlight. As you can see there, the sun peeking through the clouds just a little bit. And we are here on the ultra-wide camera, but then we will switch over to the main sensor on both devices. And then to punch in a little closer, we'll go to 3x on the Galaxy S21 FE, and then a 2x digital crop on the Pixel 6. And this here's a look at video capture from the selfie cameras on both of these devices, and it's a clear winner for me with the Galaxy S21 FE recording at 4K all the way up to 60 FPS, even though this right here is just at 30. A big bump up over the Pixel 6, which is only 1080p at 30 FPS, since it still has that same 8 megapixel sensor on the selfie camera that the previous Pixel devices have been using. Kind of disappointing on Google's end on that front. You can definitely tell the difference in quality and also just the crispness of the video from the Galaxy S21 FE. It is a cold night tonight, but wanted to give you guys a look at what low light capabilities are on both of these devices. And this here is the front-facing camera on the Galaxy S21 FE and the Pixel 6. Now, I do have to say the Galaxy device does do a much better job in this situation than Pixel's device does, testament to that new front-facing camera. here's a look at video capture from the rear ultra-wide cameras on both of these devices in low light conditions. Honestly, if you don't mind just looking at the back of the phone, this is probably a better way to capture video with these devices, especially in low light conditions, since the ultra-wide camera on the back is still a larger sensor than the selfie camera. But one thing I do want to point out, the Galaxy S21 FE in low light conditions, when capturing night sight shots or night mode shots, it takes a very long time to process the images, about 3 to 4 seconds to process each shot after it's been captured, not allowing you to capture another image or even just change camera modes. It just hangs there. I don't recall that being the case with the regular Galaxy S21 lineup, and it's definitely a lot slower than what you get on the Pixel 6 when capturing night sight mode images on that device. And that's going to do it for this camera comparison between the brand new Samsung Galaxy S21 FE and Google's Pixel 6. Let me know what you think of the results in the comments below and which device you would rather use on a day-to-day basis for capturing your photos and videos. For more camera comparisons with the brand new Galaxy S21 FE, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.